Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, whichever suits you best. I'm back again. Um, gonna go ahead and show off a few things. The only thing really left for me to do before this update is ready is some work in the construction kit to fix up like lighting and some nav mesh work, which I'm going to be spending all day tomorrow working on. Hoping to have it done here within the next couple of days. I'd love to say that I'll finish it up tomorrow and it'll be ready, but I'm not 100% sure that it will be. But that's the plan anyway. My goal is to have it out before Wednesday if possible. Um, that would be my goal is to have it out by December 24th, with any luck. But we'll go ahead and I'll show off things here that we've added since the last time we did a video. First of all, we'll come on over here to Habs. So you guys have all seen my bar decks. Well, now you'll notice that there are 6 options here, and that's because there's still the 2 bar decks, the fore and the aft. But now there's also half decks, which are they're the same as the bar decks, but they're empty. They won't have any like internal. They'll be designed for you to decorate, and they have fore, starboard, aft, and port versions. So those are in there now. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I've updated my security hab module so that it looks more consistent with all of my other new habs. You've seen I think I've shown off my W habs, which are just like my V habs, but these have 3 down to 2 connections. Showing off my 3x1 and my 1x3s. Glass habs, ramps, A habs, M habs. I'm pretty sure that you've seen most of that. Another thing that I have done is I've updated my reactor habs. They now very similar. Now, what you'll notice is a little bit different about these versus my other habs as far as their looks go, is that these have offset entrances. So the fore aft, the center deck, which is your control deck for your reactor hab, it is fore and aft, but then the 2 decks, the deck above and the deck below, are both port starboard. And if I switch over here to my port starboard version, it's the reverse, where it's fore aft on the top and bottom decks and port starboard. You'll understand when we get into it. There is no way to access the decks above and below the control deck without another hab, whether it is a staircase or an elevator. Again, it's done on purpose. It's mostly for decoration purposes, so that decorations don't get disappeared from doors being installed. That's really all it comes down to. Your Class A and B only have the fore aft versions, and then the Class C has both fore aft and port starboard, which I do need to rename it so that it actually says Class C. That's my fault. We'll fix that. That's not a big deal. So that's done. Technically, there are a few models. Oh yeah, here's my new skegs. And then there's the fore skeg, and there's the aft skeg. Same thing with the new landing gear. It's also been redone. Oh, there it is. So this is what the landing gear looks like now. There is this version, and then there is this version with the side connections. And then there's also like a port end cap and a starboard end cap version. So that's what those look like. Oh yeah, that's right. There's still one more thing I got to show you in the structural tab. So I showed off my dragon scale, my new dragon scale armor. the last time. Now I've added all of the connections so that you can offset like this, and you can really make interlocking dragon scale plate to go all over your ship. And it's not just the top and bottom that are like that, it's also the sides. So if I grab a side piece here, you can see how it works. Oops. Let's make another one. You know, I mean, you can really make walls of dragon scale if that's what you want to do. Delete all of that. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to delete all of that. We're going to delete some of that. Just so I can kind of show it off here. Kind of gives you an idea of the kind of designs that you can put into here if you want to anyway. You know, for all I know, nobody's going to actually want to do any of that. It's just going to be me, maybe. But I think it's kind of cool, so, you know. Let's see, is that right? Trying to make it even. I want it to look the same on both sides. I think that's right. Yeah. There you go. Just kind of lets you do some pretty cool shapes if you want. Like I said, it's just decoration mostly. I mean, it does add armor plating. It does add hull value, but it's just mostly for decoration. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and save that. We'll call that good. Because there's still a couple more things I want to show you. First of all, we'll show you the interior of our new reactor habs, so you can get an idea of why there's 3 decks to them. So the bottom deck is the cooling deck. It's where cooling system is at. The very top deck is where the actual reactor core is at. And the central deck is your control deck for it. But kind of gives you an idea of what that dragon scale armor plating looks like. And yes, you can walk through it. It's designed so that it doesn't really impede walking through. There you go. Those are my bottom and top weapon holds. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and board here. We're going to take a look here at the new reactor hab, and then I'm going to take off so I can show you a pretty cool thing that was done with weapons. It was done with the help of a gentleman that goes by the Silent Avenger. And he helped me figure this out. Well, I mean, he figured it out and just shared with me. So this is your control deck for your reactor hab. I'll probably throw in a couple of chairs in here maybe. You can see down to the cooling deck, and you can also see up to your reactor cores. And there is a central platform here that you can walk across for the... Anyways, we're going to go ahead and go take a look at that. Oh, I also made a slight change here on the elevators. I changed the buttons. So they are now round, and we're going to go to the top, and they just slightly change color now when you press them, rather than just completely disappearing or turning off. But here's the actual reactor core. kind of gives you an idea. And like I said, I still have to do new lighting and everything in these halves, so the lighting will probably be a little different when I'm done. In fact, there's actually one other thing that I need to change about them. There is a floating piece here on the bottom deck that I need to fix, but I'll get that fixed when I open it up in the construction kit. I didn't realize I had left it in there, but I'd left it in the cell. I just need to delete it. But here's the cooling system. You can see the pipes actually, in fact, you know what? That's something I didn't show. We'll go up top here real quick. So the actual cores themselves, they have these cooling pipes that come off of them, and that you can see them go into the wall, and then down on the bottom deck you'll see the cooling pipes actually do come out of the wall and into the cooling tanks. And they're basically just, it's all decoration. I mean, obviously it's not really doing anything. It's just, I thought that detail made it look pretty good. I do need to clean up that grate though. That grate doesn't look right. But that's okay. We'll fix that up here before I release. But you can walk in between these. There's enough gap there. But yeah, we'll get rid of the floating stuff, and we'll fix up the lighting on all of the decks, because it'll probably be red lighting like this bottom deck up through the entire reactor hab. And there you can see your reactor cores whirling away, which I thought that was a pretty cool effect up there. So that's that. Now let's go take off, because I want to show you the really cool thing that I want to show, which is the guns. There is wrong way. Well, I'll just show you. I could explain it, but I think I'd be better off just showing you. This was the right way. Maybe not. Huh. Oh no, this is not the right way. Yep, it's over there. And I've done this for all of my weapons that have multiple barrels, so that might give you an idea of what you're about to see. Well, once it loads, there you go. Go into third person here. So if you pay attention to the actual barrels of the guns themselves as I fire here, you will see that each successive shell comes out of the next barrel. Like it just keeps rotating through barrels. We'll try another weapon type here. These ones are a little bit harder to tell because there's only two barrels, but these you can definitely see. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually pick a fight here so that we can get the turrets to work too. So basically, there is now a sequence for the barrels that the projectiles come out of. Now I have so many guns that I guess it's kind of probably overwhelming to try and pay attention to just one gun at a time, but Come on, there you go. But even the turrets do the sequence firing, so if you get a bunch of turrets, and especially if you're only fighting like one ship at a time, it can really have a really cool effect. So a big thank you to Silent Avenger for that. Keep an eye out for his mods, because I'm telling you, the guy is really smart, and he's working on some really cool stuff. I should probably give myself more shields, huh? Actually, use the power that I have. Yeah, there you go. That's probably the best way to show it off. Excuse me. I don't really plan on winning this fight. I figure that I'm gonna let the enemies kill me. I just wanted to show off the new fire. It's pretty cool with the missiles too. It does, you know, sequence firing between each barrel or each missile silo. But that's really all I wanted to show. And then tomorrow I'm going to be working all day on trying to get lighting and nav mesh fixed up. And, you know, hopefully have the mod updated here within the next couple of days. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Have a great one. And until the next time.